Luke, how you going?
Hi, how are you?
Anthony, lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
How was your travel this morning?
Not too bad, not too bad.
Not too bad. You didn't get caught out in the rain, did you?
No, where I came from, it wasn't too bad. So
Oh, easy.
my friend picked me up, so I was
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay. Well, look, I know you're a little bit uneasy, and that's completely normal. So don't feel uncomfortable or anything. Just everything that you say to me today is completely confidential.
Yeah.
I won't be able to tell anyone else that I work with, anyone else at all. Okay? It's just between you and me.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to let you have the floor, let you speak your mind, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah.
Okay? Okay, so fill me in.
So basically today I'm here on behalf of my mother. She's at home, very sick, ill. I'm her primary carer, so I take care of her. It's just me and her living at home. And I came here today just for some advanced planning in behalf of her will.
Okay.
Now, I realise that she has an existing will,
Okay.
which is set out for her 4 siblings. Me being the only one here in Australia, and the other 3 living overseas. I'm here today to make a couple changes to that will on her behalf.
Okay. So from what I understand, currently the will has her assets all split equally into the 4
Yep.
siblings.
Yep.
Okay. So, and today you've come here to make some changes on her behalf.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are those changes?
So today, she's asked me to come here and to change the will and deter from from it being split 4 ways between all 4 of her siblings, and just allocate all of her belongings to me, just me.
So what you're saying is that you're going to be the sole and only beneficiary of that will.
Yeah.
And the other 3
just
siblings will be
just me.
Just
not
you.
any of the other.
Okay. Now, you understand that will incur some serious obstacles along the way,
Correct,
mainly from your siblings, who will have to obviously be informed of the change of the will.
Yeah.
How do you think they'll respond to that?
Well, I have tried to get in contact with all 3 other siblings who are living overseas.
Okay. Where are they living?
So there's 2 living in England.
Okay.
One in southeast London and one in Manchester.
Okay.
So
Nice.
different parts of England.
Yeah.
And the other one lives in Denmark.
Denmark. Okay.
But I tried to contact them, and they have their own families, so they don't really keep in contact with me or my mother anymore.
Yeah. And how long has it been since they've seen your mother?
It's probably been close to 2-3 years.
Okay.
So
And do you have a father?
My father recently passed away.
Oh, I'm very
about a
sorry to
year
hear that.
ago. That's okay.
Okay, so look, we've got a will that needs changing, and all of her inheritance is going to be allocated to yourself. Now, your mother couldn't be with you today?
Oh no, she's not physically fit to come here today.
Okay, does she have any diagnosed condition, or is it just old
Well,
age?
we haven't had a professional come in and examine her per se, but it's more just basic kind of symptoms like just panic attacks and just
just old age kind of stuff.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So look, a massive issue we're going to face is the fact that this scenario happens quite often, where one of the mother or father's children wants to claim the sole beneficiary of the will. But they do that in a kind of nefarious way, just to get all the money.
Yeah.
So we need to prove that this is what your mother wants. Would you be willing if we organised a psychologist or psychiatrist to come and do a diagnosis of your mother to make sure this decision is...
And they come to our house?
Yeah.
Yeah, that should be fine.
That should be...
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you do for work currently?
In Sydney, I'm currently unemployed.
Okay.
Just full-time kind of looking after
Where
my mum.
were you living before this?
I was living in Victoria.
And what were you doing there?
I was in carpentry.
Oh, perfect. All right. And you just haven't picked up a job? Is it
No,
because...
I've just kind of just focused full-time on my mother's well-being.
It's quite time-consuming. Okay, no, that's fair enough. Okay, so just tell me a little bit about the house, the location.
So we live in Vaucluse.
Okay, beautiful suburb.
Yeah, not too bad. It's a 4-story house,
Wow.
waterfront house.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
What did your parents do?
My parents, they were into engineering.
Okay.
So they had a company called Clifton Engineering, which we just recently sold due to her condition and the passing of my father. So they were in engineering. They had their own firm.
Well, that makes it a little bit easier because you don't have to split the assets of the company or the ownership or anything. Yeah. So we're just focusing on the house. So we've got a 4-story house, beautiful house in Vaucluse. Yeah. Do you know the approximate, estimation of price? How much this house is worth?
Not necessarily. In terms of the area, I overheard a conversation last week about my neighbours saying a house went for around 8-9.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, that's quite expected for an area like that.
Yeah.
All right, so this is quite a lot of sum of money. Now, would it be okay if we could conduct a follow-up interview between me, you, and your mother?
So I'm not sure. I don't know if she's physically able to conduct that interview, but okay. I mean, it's not out of the question. But right now, I don't think so.
Okay, all right. Well, that's fair enough. I don't want to put you or your mother in a very uncomfortable position.
Yeah.
Okay, so to get this all kick-started, we need to first communicate somehow with your siblings to let them know of the changes.
Okay.
You're, in effect, taking a lot of money away from them. So I guess they'll be quite unhappy with that. What do you predict their response is from hearing?
I mean, as I said, I've tried to get in contact with them, but I just haven't been able to.
But would they support this change?
I'm not sure. I've tried to get in contact with them, and
okay.
Yeah, as I said, they haven't responded.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Well, look, the steps ahead, we have to communicate with your siblings.
Yeah.
If we don't hear anything back from them, I guess we're going to have to just, overlook that. And in the end, your mother has the final verdict. It's her will. She can basically do what she wants. But it's always good to let your siblings know that the change is going to be made. We need to somehow prove that this is truly what your mother wants. And I don't doubt you for a second. But to make sure that this is all done lawfully and there's procedures and there's things you have to follow, just to make sure that, people aren't trying to rip us off, it's just procedure basically. But we need to just prove that this is what your mother wants and then go from there. Is there anything else I should know about your mother or your siblings or anything about that may pop up in the future interviews? We just get out of the way, because if we get everything out now, no obstacles will just unexpectedly pop up.
I mean, not that I know of. I haven't been able to contact them. My mum's immobile in bed most of the day.
So you said you've been in Sydney for 5 months?
5 months now.
Okay, and in those 5 months, it's been quite strenuous care over your mother? Has it been every day?
Yeah, every day.
Okay.
Yeah, it's rare.
Does she require 24-hour supervision?
24-hour supervision. Yes and no. It's here and there most of the days, but I mean, I rarely get time to go out and.
Okay. So when you do go out, for example, to grab groceries or whatever, does she have to come with you? I mean, you said she's quite immobile. How do you look after, ensure that she's okay when you've gone?
I consult her before I go out just to make sure what we need, and I kind of just put it into perspective. And I mean, to be honest, just use a bit of common sense for what we need in the house and what she needs.
And have you considered maybe a nursing home?
I mean, no, not necessarily. I didn't think it has gotten to that stage. Per se, I'm no.
Well, obviously, look, my issue is that this is having an impact on your life. You're unable to work. you don't have that freedom, and to ensure you get that freedom, a nursing home would be a really, really good option for you, because she'll have 24-hour supervision, she'll have food and everything worked out for her. I'm surprised you actually haven't taken the steps to do this sooner.
Yeah, as I said, I haven't. I don't think that was necessary at this point in time.
Okay,
For a
no
nursing
worries.
home.
There's no issue. I mean, look, the way you've described it, there isn't a massive rush, but it's obviously really good to take the precautions before things get, a bit too out of control. Because if she does get to a state where she's unable to speak, that's going to be quite hard proving that she, in fact, wants you to be the sole beneficiary. Okay.
True.
Well, look, are you free next week around... Let me just check my calendar. Are you free Wednesday around 3 p.m?
Yeah, that should
3
be
p.m.
fine.
is okay?
That should be fine.
Okay. Now, is it okay if I come to your house, or would you just like to prefer to meet here? I mean, look, maybe you can go home.
Just me and you?
Well, the best thing is if it's me, you, and your mother, okay?
Yeah.
Maybe what we can... All right. Lock in Wednesday, 3 p.m. I want you to go and speak to your mother. Just for the next kind of week, gauge whether she'd be well enough to conduct the kind of interview. Let me know a couple of days beforehand, yes or no, whether I should come over to your house, or you could just come back to the city and conduct the interview here, and then we'll go from there. Because I really would love to speak to her.
Yeah.
You've given me some fantastic information today, but it's always good to get more and more perspectives. And look, if she gives me the okay, we can go through with it. Okay, we'll send your siblings a letter.
Okay.
But it's your mother's will.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks for meeting with me today.
Thank you.
Like I said, everything I've said today is confidential. So it's just between me and you. If you have any other questions, you can just write to my email. You have